Hey everybody, this is Josh, the Josh Buse my gamer tags you see in there in the left hand corner. And this video here, I'm already laughing about it. But I was just not too long ago visiting a friend of mine that I went to college with, his college roommate, and he kind of reminded me of this story. And I've told it to so many people so many different times, but I thought I'd tell it to you guys since you guys haven't heard it yet. But to give you a little, I gotta give you a little background the way this thing goes. My freshman year in college, we were in what was called a suite, and what it was a you'd walk in the door, there'd be a bathroom to the left, there'd be a shared living room, and then there'd be two different sets of bedrooms, and there's two dudes in each bedroom. In my bedroom, I pretty much roomed the guy that was like drunk all the time, and he like kind of worked on making people's uh turn their IDs into like a fake ID or something. He'd make like $50 off of doing that, but whatever. And he was fine. He was hardly ever there. But in the other room, there was the guy that I just went to visit, my friend, and a guy he roomed with. And the guy he roomed with, oh, this guy was like legitimately fucking insane. I had to tell you all this to give you an idea of the story. But this dude here, he would, instead of bathing, when he decided he wanted to get clean, he would spray himself down for breeze. He would also kind of go to sleep wearing all of his clothes, including like his shoes, underneath the covers on his bed. He would just come up, walk behind you randomly, and just go and laugh behind you. This dude was fucking like crazy. And at one point in time, me and the guy that reminded me of the story, we went out and we came back, and there was like an extension cord running across the room, and I told him to go check his shit, and he went over to the window, opened it up, and there was this stuffed penguin that his now wife gave to him, or a penguin that his now wife gave to him that was like tied up in a noose made out of that extension cord, and then they like ended up fighting, and he moved out. So after this, it was me, the drunk guy, and then in the other room it was just a crazy person. So now that we got that out of the way, one night here, we were out or something, and when we came back, the crazy dude decided that he just wanted to fucking go ahead and move everything around in the little apartment dorm thing to the way he wanted, and like threw away a bunch of our shit and stuff. And this is after we had like all been arguing for days and days and days in a row. And at this point in time, man, we came in. I was like maybe I don't know one or no about 12:30 or something at night, and man, I got pissed. So I like hit the wall and shit, and I was like, God damn, he's a son of a bitch. And he didn't come out of the room or anything at that point in time. I guess it kind of woke him up or something, because you'll find out in the rest of the story. But I was sitting there, and we were with me, the friend that used to live there, and another buddy that I was just kind of visiting that kind of lived in a town kind of down the road a little bit. And we were sitting there. He's like, God, we need to fucking do something to this guy. How can we get him back? And the guy that was just visiting from the other town, he was like, well, I've got to take a shit. And we're like, huh. So what has happened is those little Whitman samplers, like the little chocolate sampler things. I have all the little trays that they all come in. We had one of those laying around. So he took the dump and he went in there in the toilet and he like fished out a little nugget. It looked like rabbit shit. It was the weirdest thing, but he fished it out and they were like, "Hey, let's put this in his freezer," because we had like each one of us had our own little fridge, so we like took it and like stuck that turd in his freezer. And I guess he kind of overheard us saying this, whatever, but we didn't know. And I was like, well, here's a Hershey Kiss. I unwrapped the Hershey Kiss and I stuck it beside it to make it look like it was chocolate or something. So we were sitting there and we're like, whatever, we do that and we play a little bit of Mario Kart or something. And, we're done. We're like, okay, let's go to bed. And my friend that used to be in the room, he went over to his own room, and then the friend that was visiting, he kind of went to sleep on the couch. And we go to bed and we think that's that, and we're just laying there. And maybe in about like 15 minutes, I hear this banging on the door, on the main door. So I get up. I'm like, what the hell? I go to the door, and it is my drunk roommate's one of his friends. He's like, all like, yeah, or whatever at the door. So I get him to go away. And I think that's all said and go. And I get in the bed, and then like 10 minutes later, I hear banging on the door again. I'm like, what the fuck? This damn drunk guy's back again. I go open the door, and it's the fucking cops. So I guess the crazy roommate had overheard what we were saying, and he went and called the campus police. So they came in, they made me sit on the couch with my friend or whatever, and they go in to get my drunk roommate who was drunk. as of course, and they kind of trying to wake him up, and he's like, "Shut up!" And the cop's like, "You better watch your mouth who you're telling shut up to or whatever." And he gets up and he comes and sits on the couch with us, and we're all just sitting there, and it's all quiet. And then the roommate that is the crazy asshole, he looks at me, and goes, "What's up, Josh? Why is there Dookie in my freezer?" And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Oh boy," but I didn't say anything. I'm like, got my eyes kind of halfway closed, like I'm sleeping. Like, dude, man, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, "Why is there Duke in my freezer? You put Duke in my freezer." It's like, dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No, I didn't. And he goes over to his freezer and he like opens it up. And he points in there and he goes, "What's this?" I go, "I don't know." He's like, "What was this?" So I get up, I walk over. I'm like, "It looks like chocolate." He's like, "It's not chocolate." It's like, dude, it looks like chocolate. There's chocolate right beside it. So he's like, "We'll grab it." And the cop's like, "Yeah, take it out." So I was like, I reached in, I grabbed the Hershey's Kiss, and I take it out and I set it on top of his freezer. And I go, "Chocolate." And he's like, then they're like, "Grab the other one." So I'm like, and I'm stone faced, by the way. I'm not giving away anything. It's my poker face, and no one can tell anything. So I reach in there, and luckily, it had been in the freezer long enough that it solidified. So I reach in, I grab the nugget, I take it out, and I set it on top of the fridge. And I'm like, "Chocolate." I turn around, I walk, and I sit back down on the couch. And then I guess they're like, "Oh damn, this didn't work or whatever." So he just kind of looked at me, and he goes out there and talking with the cops or whatever. And so I'm sitting on the couch, and he's out there with the cops. And my drunk roommate goes over to, like, looks over at me and goes, "Dude, do you really put shit in this freezer?" And we start busting out laughing and go, "Yeah." He's like, "That's awesome." So after that, the cops come in, they say a little something, and they leave. And then I think the crazy roommate, actually leaves too and goes away because I think he walked out. I don't remember seeing him again anymore. So then we're like, whatever. We play a little more Mario Kart. No, wait, no, we don't play Mario Kart. We actually go back into bed. I wash my hands first. Obviously, I just touch shit. But we go back into the bedrooms, and then I'm finally starting to fall asleep. And then within like 10 minutes later, I hear another pounding on the door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I get up, open the door again, and it's the same fucking cops. But this time, they are cracking up. They thought they thought it was one of the funniest things that they have ever seen, and they look at me and they go, "That's some funny shit. But if we ever have to come out here for something stupid like that again, we're gonna beat your ass." So the cops enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. My roommate enjoyed it. My friend enjoyed it. The only one that didn't enjoy it was a fucking crazy person. So it it turned out to be actually a pretty funny story that we can tell. I hope you guys enjoyed the story because every time I think about it, I just crack up laughing. And a word of advice, I guess, here is if you guys are going to do anything that involves like poop or something, try and claim it off to be chocolate. Put in a little bit of something to, help you out on a thing to make them think that it really is chocolate. And make sure if you put poop in the freezer, you let it sit in there a long enough time before you touch it, so it's nice and solid. So that's my little story here. It's college. Everyone has some sort of story like that when it comes to college. Maybe most of them aren't as good as that one, but if you guys have any other good college stories or anything, why don't you let everyone else know in the comment, or if you want, you can make a video response or something, and I'll approve it. Just let me know what the deal is, and share your story too, and see who has the best college story. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed my little story. Thanks for watching.